Yo, what's going on YouTube, man? It's your boy Droppaz back with another bad video, man. You know the code. We out here without fail like all the time. Whoa. It's been a long time since your boy posted a video on the tube, man. I already know. I've been missing for a while, but hey. We back, man. We're doing reaction videos now. Top 10 worst racist incidents in sports, man. Let's check it out.
Well, that was uncalled for. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst racist incidents in sports. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content.
Subscribe to me, not them.
We're looking at episodes throughout sports history where someone showed prejudice to someone else based on their race.
Astros being racist and
aren't
cheating.
necessarily things that happened at sporting
Damn
events.
Astros.
If it happened within the world of sports, it will be considered. Number 10. Kelly Tillman is suspended and Dave Senior fired.
Lynch him in the back alley.
Whoa,
Lynching
something about
is
lynching.
No laughing matter,
Whoa.
but Kelly Tillman
Whoa.
unfortunately needed a refresher on the subject. During a telecast, PGA anchor Nick Faldo joked about golfers ganging up on Tiger Woods.
Whoa.
Playing along, Tillman responded, quote, "Lynch him in the back alley." Faldo
What?
was clearly taken aback, as
What?
were Tillman's superiors, who suspended her for
There's
2
no way,
weeks.
dog.
In response,
Wow.
Golf Week ran an article about the
Caught
controversy,
in the news, wow.
with that issue's cover depicting a hanging noose.
That's crazy.
This cover also caused controversy and resulted in the termination of the magazine's editor, Dave Senior.
That's
Sadly,
insane.
this wasn't even the first time Tiger Woods was the target of racism. Remember when Fuzzy Zeller said that Woods shouldn't
Who?
serve fried chicken at the Masters dinner?
Pat him on the back, say congratulations, enjoy it, and tell him not to serve fried chicken next year. Got it.
Oh.
Number 9. Yuli
That's
Gurriel makes
crazy.
Asian eyes. Oops. Didn't mean for the cameras to pick that up, did ya? During Game 3 of the 2017 World Series, Houston Astros batter Yuli Gurriel hit a home run against Japanese pitcher Yu Darvish.
Cheated and
After
racist.
returning to
Damn
the dugout,
Astros.
Gurriel mockingly stretched his eyes with his fingers and called Darvish a chinito, which
Whoa.
means little Chinese boy in Spanish. As a result,
I didn't even know
Gurriel
what it
received
meant,
a
but it just
5-game
didn't sound
suspension
right.
for the 2018
Whoa.
season, although he was allowed to continue playing in the World Series.
He should have played this game. That wasn't a cool gesture, especially everybody watching.
In fact,
Facts.
Gurriel played against Darvish again during Game 7, where he tipped
Beam
his
him.
helmet to the pitcher in a sign of respect and apology.
Ah, beam him. First one against the helmet.
Toward you, Darvish.
No.
Number 8. Joel Ward.
You're supposed to get beamed for that. Wait, what just happened?
People take their hockey a bit too seriously. Black player Joel Ward scored the game-winning goal in Game 7 of the 2012 Eastern Conference quarterfinals against the Boston Bruins, eliminating the Bruins from the playoff.
I ain't gonna lie, that's the first black hockey player I ever see in my life. That's crazy.
As you can imagine,
That's nuts.
Boston fans were none too happy and took to Twitter to publicly attack Ward,
Whoa.
with many calling him the N-word. This caused many of Ward's defenders
Classy.
to publicly unveil the names and addresses of the racist posters.
He's a minor.
He's a minor,
So
correct.
there's nothing to say about the racist
He's not
comments he
racist.
said?
He's
not?
not racist, all
Does he
right?
want to
So
apologize to
It
it?
sounds like she said he
Apologize
is.
via the web.
Sound like
Yeah.
she said he is
2
at
years
first.
later,
I ain't
Boston
gonna lie.
fans would do
Sound
the
like she
Not-
definitely said
Does he
he
want-
is.
addresses of the racist posters.
He's a minor.
He's a minor,
So there's
correct.
nothing to say about the racist
He's not
comments he
racist.
said?
He's
not?
not racist, all
Does he
right?
want to
Oh, she said he's
apologize
not.
to
She
it?
did
though?
say he's not.
Apologize via the web. He has.
2
Yeah,
years
yeah,
later,
yeah.
Boston fans would do the exact same thing to Montreal Canadiens player PK Subban after he scored the game-winning goal in double overtime of Game 7.
Second
and
black
the
hockey
Bruins
player I ever
season
see in my
the
life.
second round.
They win the draw. Barkov. Subban shoots. He scores.
So it's just
Number
Boston
7,
then.
the
Don't go
Luis
to
Suarez
Boston. Alright,
racial
cool.
abuse incident.
Marks that off my
are
list.
privately admitting they mishandled the Luis Suarez racism affair.
The controversial Luis Suarez incident took place in 2011 at a game between Liverpool FC and Manchester United. During the game, Suarez fouled Manchester United Patrice Evra, which caused a confrontation. Evra then said that Suarez had used racial terms during the argument, a claim which Suarez immediately denied.
He's a disgrace to
Of
Liverpool
course he
Football
would.
Club. That some players should not be allowed to play for Liverpool again.
On December 20th, the Football Commission found
That was
Suarez
definitely
guilty
hard
of
to
using,
understand.
quote, insulting words with a reference to Mr. Evra's color, and suspended him for 8 games.
Classy.
Liverpool and its fans defended Suarez, calling the commission's ruling subjective and Evra's account unsubstantiated. Suarez continues to deny the allegations to this day.
Le justificaron por algo que decía alguien, no por algo de que haya visto alguna prueba.
Number
Nah,
6.
he looked
Don
guilty.
Lewis tries
I
to
could
start
tell he
an
guilty.
all-white basketball league.
What?
No.
In January 2010, a man named Don Moose Lewis tried to start the All-American Basketball
Yo,
Alliance.
where was I?
The AABA would contain all white teams.
That's
And
crazy.
the players must be, quote, natural-born United States citizens.
It's not going to be,
Yo.
again, the street-type ball mentality, and show is going to be different.
Clint Bryant,
Wow.
the athletic director of Augusta State University,
Trash
summed it
ass
up
league.
when he said, quote, this gives you an idea of the sickness of our society. And NBA All-Star Charles Barkley said the very idea of the league was, quote, blatantly racist. Nothing ever came of the AABA, mostly because no city wanted anything to do with it.
It's just blatantly racist.
Number 5, Floyd Mayweather attacks Manny Pacquiao.
You fight 100 times, I'm gonna win 100 times. Manny Pacquiao he's not a better fighter than me.
After talks began about a possible Mayweather-Pacquiao bout, Floyd Mayweather took to Ustream to unleash a racist rant aimed at Filipino boxer Manny Pacquiao. In the video, he said, quote, I'll make that motherfucker make me a sushi roll and cook me some rice. And, quote, we're gonna cook that motherfucker with cats and dogs.
I'm gonna make that motherfucker
Wow.
make me a sushi roll and cook me some rice.
Mayweather was immediately condemned for his
Yikes.
statements, causing him to
Easy,
apologize
Floyd.
the
Go
very
easy.
next day. He stated, quote, I don't have a racist bone in my body. I was just having fun. Nevertheless, the rant did not go over well with boxing fans.
I don't have a racist bone in my body. You know, I love everybody.
Number 4, the Don Imus incident.
Horrible quality.
nappy-headed
Oh my
hose,
god.
I'll tell you that.
Whoa, wait,
Radio
what?
host Don
Whoa.
Imus is known for controversial statements.
Whoa,
While discussing the
You just call her
NCAA.
nappy-headed hoe?
Number
Whoa.
4, the Don Imus incident.
That was a horrible
Some
shot.
nappy-headed hose there, I'm going to tell you that.
Radio
Wow.
host Don Imus is known for controversial statements. While
Wow.
discussing the NCAA Women's Basketball Championship, Imus laughed along with his producer and called the players, quote, some nappy-headed hoes.
That's
Public
crazy.
outrage was instantaneous.
Yeah,
and
he need to
Imus
get beat.
defended himself by declaring that the term originated within the black community and saying
Sure.
that it's his job to be funny. Although he later said that he went too
That's
far.
my job.
Several
That's
sponsors
definitely
pulled
my
themselves
job.
from Imus's radio show, Imus in the Morning, and CBS Radio soon canceled the show entirely.
And I don't want anybody to think that that I'm trying to weasel out of these remarks, or that this is some kind of excuse.
It is.
Because there isn't any excuse for what I said.
Number 3, Donald Sterling is banned for life.
No
I
clue
am
who that is.
banning Mr. Sterling
Oh, that's a Clippers
for
order?
life from any association with the Clippers
Yeah, it's the
organization
Clippers owner.
or the NBA.
Donald Sterling became the owner of the Los Angeles Clippers in 1981, but in April of 2014, he was permanently banned from the NBA due to racist remarks. Not suspended, not fired, banned. It all started when TMZ released a private phone conversation between Sterling and his mistress.
I'm not broadcasting anything. Pictures with minorities. Why? What's wrong with minorities?
The conversation
He
begins with
tripping.
Sterling expressing disappointment that she took a picture with black ex-basketball player Magic Johnson, and it
Wow.
all snowballs from there. He then
Hey, now if he would have said, why you taking pictures with Magic Johnson for another reason, I could understand, but for black, nah, bro.
states, quote, it bothers me a lot that you want to broadcast that you're associating with black people, before
Whoa.
asking her to not bring them to his
My
team's
whole
basketball
team basically
games.
black.
The little I ask you is not to promote it on that and not to bring them to my games.
NBA
Wow.
Commissioner Adam Silver
Wow.
banned Sterling from the NBA and
He
fined
needed
him
that.
$2.5 million for
He
the
should have
remarks.
been
We've
20
found
mil.
a way to make this the greatest game in the world, and for comments like that, it taints our game, and we can't have that.
Number 2, Jackie Robinson's career.
Yeah, we all know about this one.
I know you can hear me.
Being an African American in the 1940s was
Should
not
drive
easy.
them or what?
Being the first black MLB player of the modern era was almost impossible. While Robinson is now deeply respected, that was not the case in 1947.
Fake
when
love.
he started at first base for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Despite being showered with accolades,
That was a horrible
Robinson's
swing in
life
that
within
movie,
the
bro.
MLB was a struggle. Some of his own teammates objected to Robinson's inclusion by threatening to sit out if he played. and
Imagine
other
that.
teams threatened to strike.
Oh.
Robinson was similarly attacked on the field, with opposing players and managers physically assaulting him and calling him the N-word.
You don't belong here, Nick.
But despite all the abuse,
I wish my
Robinson
managers
kept
would.
playing, and playing well.
But he was a great man who died for our sins.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some dishonorable mentions.
Ewing is an ape? What? Box I said you should kill you.
Wang Zhu, whatever your name is, you want some of Shaq food? Come get it.
What?
Number 1, the entire
That's
1936
crazy.
Summer Olympics. The 1936 Summer Olympics took place in Nazi Germany. Berlin won the hosting duties in 1931, but Hitler and his Nazis rose to power 2 years later, creating an Olympic atmosphere rife with racism and anti-Semitism. Hitler was optimistic that these games would prove his belief in Aryan racial superiority, and even tried to ban Jews and black athletes from
Yikes.
competing in the games. However, he soon
Yikes.
relented after other countries threatened to pull out. Despite this,
Pause.
Berlin was still covered in
Jeez.
swastika banners, and the Nazi
Jeez, you just said other countries threatened to pull out. Jeez, pause.
salute was a common sight in the city. World War II began 3 years later.
These weren't the Berlin Olympics. These were the Nazi Olympics.
Easy,
Do you agree with
sir.
our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo and subscribe for new videos every day.
Hey, appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. You don't know what it is, man. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.